Hello fellow YouTubers, Bear Prepper here. Well, today I'm out at the retreat and I am working on the food storage. And 3 of the buckets I came across are 3 that I failed to rotate. I have 3 dog food buckets and we're going to check them and see if they're rancid. And I have 1 more medium egg noodle bucket. Was given some suggestions to try, which I still don't believe that they'll work, but I'm willing to give anything a try. So let's see if Bear can get this open. Got the lids off. Now, before we go any further, let's talk about lids. For those of you that are ladies on your own, or don't have but children, make sure you opt for lids when you get them that have the cutouts on them. They're much easier to get off. These that don't have any cutoffs, the seals are the same. They work just as good, but they are really difficult to get off. And it takes a very strong man to be able to do it. So I recommend get the ones with the cutouts on them. So I've got them all opened up, and I'll start with the oldest dog food I have. 2010, 2010, 2009. This one is open. And I'm not sure why this one is open. But it is. So I can tell you right now, this one is not going to be good. Woof! Smells horrible. It's turned somewhat white. I don't know if you can see that. But the smell. You see all the white ones rolled to the side. But it smells funny. So that one for sure is no good. Let's try 2010. Oh, what a difference. Okay, I'm going to stick my hands in it. Okay, these are the same dog foods. Look at the difference. You can tell this is just starting to go. It's starting to bead up on the surface, whereas this one is all surface bead. Smells rancid. Okay? So one of the things I found is you can't store dog food for more than 2 years. It tends to turn rancid because of the cheap stuff they put in your dog food. So the alternative is to store rice, dehydrated carrots, and some ground beef. So I know a lot of you don't like the canned ground beef because of the smell when you first open the jar, but it forms a complete nutrient from what I'm told for dogs. I had a dog who had stomach issues, and she lived her entire life on hamburger, rice, and carrots and was in perfect health. So store that for your dogs instead of dog food. Dog food nowadays is cheap. You know, just put enough to get you through a year and rotate it constantly. But for long-term storage, you want rice, ground beef, and dehydrated carrots. And they don't take up as much room, and you can also eat them yourself. So that's the way to go. So then the last one we're going to try, because I'm not even going to bother opening this one. I know that they're past their date, and they need to go. So let's go ahead and open up the, what are they? They're medium egg noodles. Now, egg noodles are something you shouldn't store because the eggs tend to go rancid. And I found that they get a fungus on them. Wow. Okay, these look really good. So what did I do different? Let me pull them out. I don't want to put my hands in there because I had it in the dog food. So let's pull some out. They look really good. Really good. They are still crispy. And they look good. They smell good. Okay, so now I have to back off on my egg noodles. Not storing them. I think if you store them appropriately, you're going to eliminate your issues. Now, what did I do differently in this batch than the other? First off, I chose the medium egg noodles instead of the wide. That way there was less airspace. Because when the oxygen absorber goes to suck out the air, it also puts moisture in your bag. So I chose it with less airspace. I used 2 instead of 3 of my oxygen absorbers, and I used thinner noodles. So I think that is the key. I also made sure it was a low humidity day on when I bagged them. We'll let the animals eat that. So, if you make sure you're under the right conditions, you can store your egg noodles. So, thank you everybody for your input. It's nice to know that some of you had success with them, and the pitfalls that you found, letting me know so that I could share with my viewers. This has been in the works since, it's here. Always write it on your bag. 2010 is when I put this experiment into play. And it worked really great. These are great for chicken noodle soup. They're great for everything. So what I'll do is I'll take this back up and I'll put new oxygen absorbers in it and I'll reseal it, because pasta can store for 15 years. You don't need to go through it. I will cook some up to make sure that it tastes okay before I reseal it. Don't forget, get your rotation going and make sure that you don't miss things, because it's horrible to waste money. Blessings.